I'm the scat man. Yo do do do. Slimmy limmy ding yo do do do. Yo do do ba 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 do. Ba 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 do. Wee ba ba ba.
Happy New Year's Eve, you beauty pumpers out there. It's what day is it? Is it Thursday? It's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I've lost track of days.
I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you. So don't feel bad.
Today as a homeowner, as an adult, as a father, today is a terrible day in my neighborhood because it's Tuesday and it's the garbage day after Christmas.
Oh,
Which
I just had mine. I just had mine on Friday last week, or sorry, Saturday morning, because one day last week was considered a holiday.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even garbage day. It was only recycling.
Oh, you had the only recycling day after?
Yeah, I'm like, how do they do this after Christmas?
That's brutal.
They're making me hold 3 bags of garbage for another week.
3 bags. You should see what I put. I might be the most wasteful human being in the world. It's embarrassing. Thanks for reposting the stream there, Cam. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everybody there in the chat. Thanks for helping us here on an early edition today. We got 10 games. We got a 12:30 game, all day action. Looking forward to it. Let's get right to it, but let's point out something first. Last year, New Year's Eve games, 9 of the 13 had 6 or fewer goals. Does that surprise you in what could be a lot of home teams winning 4-1, which was kind of the norm last year?
No, it doesn't surprise me. All you got to do is look at the slate last night, right? I think every game went under the total. So,
except for Philly, Vancouver, which was 6.
Well, that game I went to bed at the second intermission, so I didn't see the final. I got loose in the third period there. But yeah, I mean, I sort of chuckle, at the story that I share all the time, where on games like today or games before the break, you're always, trying to broker deals with the referees and saying, okay, guys, keep the whistles away, no penalties, keep the clock running. Nobody wants to be here. Everyone wants to get out safe. Let's make this a quick one, right?
Yeah.
You kind of feel like, I don't know, there's games tomorrow too, so I don't know if has the same feel to it. But it's been under season, man, in the NHL for the most part. Yeah, minus the first game back from the break. That's Saturday, the first game back of the break. I think 90% of the games went over the total.
Look at that quick math.
Yeah.
90%. Attaboy. All right. As always, everything presented by Bet99, odds, everything. Signing up there covers NHL. That's your code. Gentlemen, good day to everybody there in the chat. The pumpers, let's get going the afternoon game, which I have no interest in betting. Rangers, Washington minus 150 over, sitting at 5.5. Washington kind of falling off a cliff here, Carlo. 1 regulation win in their last 9. Some over hockey out of the break as well. The Rangers did what the Rangers do best coming out of the break. 2-0 loss. Surprise. They got shut out. That team still, there's nothing.
Was it at home or was it on the road?
I think that one was at home. And then they went on the road and put up some, but they're 0-2 out of the break as well. We could have an Adam Fox return. He's a game time decision. He's been out since November 29th. Does this do anything for Washington here that the Rangers blew the doors off him back in, I think it was the game right before the break, 7-3?
Yeah, it was.
Is that something that the Rangers or that the Washington would remember?
Yeah, I think so, because when you're pre-scouting, right, and their coaches are putting info on the board in the room, they're reviewing the last matchup. So you see the score, right? And so I don't know if there's a revenge factor, but there's clearly still some – it's still a fresh memory that the last time you played these guys, they took it to you. So there's probably going to want to be some redemption here.
And let's add in the potential for a letdown schedule spot with the Rangers, who get to play the Winter Classic on Friday.
That's fair too. Yeah. Yeah. Who are they playing again? Is it Philly or?
No, it's the Miami. It's Florida.
Oh, that's right. I forgot the Winter Classic this year is in Florida. I did see pictures of the year. They're playing in the Miami Marlins stadium, right? Well,
yeah.
Roof?
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. I thought it was it's usually an outdoor game. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, an interesting spot. I think after, I don't know if you watched, was it this year, the outdoor baseball game at the Brickyard in I think it was in Indianapolis that rained, or was that 2 years ago?
That was 2 years ago. It wasn't last year.
Oh, okay. Yeah. 2 years ago where it rained and nobody wanted to go to the second game and it was awful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Outdoor games stink. Interesting to see, but Miami's also a crap hole of a place to play. But will I watch it? Sure. Why not?
Of course.
But it loses its luster for sure. Let's see. Logan Thompson's kind of fallen off too. 2 and 4 straight up in his last 6, 367 goals against, 880 save percentage. So this game could finish 2-0. This game could finish 6-3, leaning Rangers, but really don't have much of a leaning Washington. I think this could be a letdown spot. Nashville, Vegas. This is another interesting one because we could get Jack Eichel back, which could throw up the lines. But we also have your boy Steve Stamkos sitting at $5.99. Is that anything? Because if he doesn't get it, then you can have the same conversation in the next game.
Yeah.
Right? Is it?
Yeah, but is there a better place to do it than Vegas?
All right. So here's the thing. Now this is big. I was talking about that because Nashville plays tonight in Vegas, and then they play tomorrow in Seattle.
Oh,
so
wow.
If Stamkos gets his 600 tonight, could like the coaching staff just be like, okay, Jets going tomorrow? Or would you have to leave tonight?
No, you'd have to leave tonight probably.
Oh, that sucks. Vegas
on
New
the
Year's
game.
Eve?
The game is tomorrow, right? I mean, you're not going to leave the day of the game.
Why not? Look what Columbus did it the other day in Ottawa, and they won that game.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
They showed up at like 4 o'clock.
Right. I guess you're right. Yeah.
I mean, it is an early game, right? It's a 3 o'clock game.
Yeah.
Vegas on New Year's.
Maybe if Stamkos gets it, he steps up and says, "No, we're not leaving tonight. Change all the plans. We're leaving tomorrow."
So keep an eye on that for the Seattle game tomorrow. Nashville versus Seattle could just be a Seattle win. I think so. But someone in the chat saying Carter Hart has been garbage. It is an Akira Schmid start. I don't know. I'm not looking to bet Vegas here at -190. Interesting to see what we get from Eichel at the skate. If he does dress. Vegas dropped both games since coming out of the break. 7 goals for, 11 against, but they did face Colorado and Minnesota, but they were 1-5 straight up in their last 6. Kind of a pass for me. I was looking like Luke Evangelista for a point, but he's -110. I want better price than that. Here's an exciting game. This is an exciting game. Minnesota at San Jose. It's in the early slot. I think it's in the 4 p.m. slot. We get Anaheim and San Jose in that 4 p.m. slot. So just keep an eye on West Coast teams playing super early games. And we're going to go Marcus Johansson and Joel Eriksson Ek for a point each. +200. This is a very good price, I think, versus San Jose. Minnesota 8-2 straight up in their last 10. San Jose 6-4 straight up in their last 10. Both winning 2-0 coming out of the break. San Jose was outshot 13-42 versus Anaheim in that 5-4 win. And since the Quinn Hughes trade, Minnesota 6-2 straight up, 33 goals for, 19 against. Third game of a 7-game road trip. This is one of their most important road trips of the season.
Mm-hmm.
San Jose, Igor Chernyshov nailed it. Playing top line, 15, 17 minutes, points in 5 of his 6. He's +110 for a point. Klingberg's a PP1D man. He's +135 for a point. But Johansson coming off a 4-point night, points in 7 of his last 9. If you can't put them together, he's +120 for a point. And Jeek has points in 9 of his last 11. Are you putting Minnesota right now in the Dallas, Colorado tiers of elite teams in hockey right now?
Yes, absolutely. Right. Yeah. And strictly because of their goaltending.
Yep.
Right. I mean, with Gustafsson and Jesper Wallstedt. I mean, anytime though, any one of those guys in net gives you a chance to win. And now what Colorado's doing is freaking incredible. But yes, absolutely, Minnesota in that tier for me.
Yeah, I'm looking at Hall posting his point stacks yesterday. Brazeau and Mantha for Pittsburgh was a good one. I don't know if anybody was playing the Philly line of Michkov, Cates, and Brink. They all had 2 points each. I'm wondering why did you put Ehlers on that just to kind of pump it up there when you had the other guys? So nothing out of Carolina, sadly. When Minnesota is going, they can go, and they're not playing. They can win 5-3 games right now, but I still like this Boldy. I think Boldy's where's Boldy might be one of the sneakiest guys in terms of goals right now, because I think he's second in the league in goals. Matt Boldy, did you 25? Yeah, I read that today. I'm like, what? He has one more goal than Connor McDavid, and he's tied with Morgan Geekie.
That is sneaky.
That's very sneaky. Right, that line's very sneaky too.
Wow. Geekie and Boldy, 25 each. I would have never thought that.
Yeah.
Brad Marchand has 23. That's sneaky too.
Yeah, the goal scoring is interesting. Need McKinnon to get his points back up there, or at least Connor McDavid to slow down, because it's been a little silly. And he's going home, and we'll get to it, but at home he dominates. Tampa Bay, Anaheim plus 120, and Tampa Bay's dangerous right now. I know they kind of let Montreal back into that game. Did you work that game?
I did not work that game yesterday. I worked the game tomorrow.
Montreal, but that was a perfect game for them to just not do anything after another Florida battle, right? There was the Florida game before that. Like, I thought, like, Montreal was
Montreal.
Tampa Bay played Florida the game before they played Montreal, right? So it was a good schedule spot for Montreal to face Tampa Bay coming off that game.
Yes.
And they were down 3-0?
I think they were down 4-1 in the
4-1. Sorry, yeah, they were down 3 goals before they came back, but Tampa Bay hung on.
How about the comeback Montreal yesterday?
I know.
Down 2-0. It was 0-0 going into the third period. The Panthers score at the 10-minute mark to make it 1-0, at the 13-minute mark to make it 2-0. And Montreal in the next 4 minutes scored 2 goals and then win it in overtime, which was a sick goal scored by Suzuki on a nice pass by Hudson. But Montreal, man,
Hey, I really like that second line, like the Slav Demidov and Kapanen line.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's become a line, right? Like there's lots of juggling, and now like they're trying to figure out if how do you pronounce his last name? Teixeira or
Texier.
If Texier should be that top line guy, because they put him up there instead of Bolduc. They're still missing that spot on that wing.
I think they are, but I mean, bringing in Danault is going to help take away some of the defensive responsibilities for those 2 young guys like Suzuki and Kapanen.
Yeah.
But you have to think too, Montreal has probably another move, up their sleeve to improve that forward depth.
Sidney Crosby. Does the Chinnikov move kind of make it look like Pittsburgh's trying to salvage something, which would keep Sid there for sure?
I really don't know what Pittsburgh's doing.
I don't know either, right? Like they're just.
I mean, the thing that if you notice the moves and the players that Pittsburgh's been acquiring, they've been like sort of players that are looking for a second chance opportunity. Like you go back to the kid that they acquired from Nashville, drawing a blank on his name. Last year they acquired him. Let me just see if I can pull it up quickly. But they're still trying to bring in like good players. They're still accumulating draft picks, but they're not really convincing you that they're
Tomasino,
yes.
Thank you, Chris.
Yes. I mean, again, like even Rucker McGroarty, right? You bring in McGroarty, who's a guy disgruntled in Winnipeg. He's comes to get a chance. Anthony Mantha, look at all the places he's been. Second chance.
Justin Brazeau, second chance.
Second chance, right? they're finding all these guys that have struggled in their previous places and are
just
hoping
bargain
that
bin
there's
shopping.
chance. Yeah, pretty much. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Bargain bin shopping. And they're seeing if, some of these guys can, take off in their within their culture, especially around Sid. So
I like Justin Brazeau.
He's been a great pickup.
Have you seen? I didn't know he was a goddamn giant. Like he's a
yeah, he's a big boy.
human being.
Yeah, big boy.
I do like that line. That line, I mean, it's one of the lines that it hit last night, and I know stacks haven't been fantastic, but I think that line with Mantha, with Brazeau, and Novak, now that there's point props out for all of them, I think that's a good one, especially when they're on the road, because like I said, second lines usually have more success on the road when other teams are matching up versus that top line. Darren Radish was for the point as I got off the trails on this Tampa Bay thing. We're gonna go Radish. I really do think that Tampa Bay's on a heater right now. Troy Terry got dropped down to the third line for Anaheim, but he came off with 3 points. Give me some Gage Goncalves points here. Top line with Kucherov, who was the first star of the week. I don't have him. I want that point prop. Radish had 21 points from November 15th to December 15th. But 1 point in his last 5. So I think we're getting a little price break here as his price has gone down. Power play 25 minutes a game, yada, yada, yada. It's just he's been a flawless replacement for Hedman, who I think is out till early February. And good teams and good coaches just find ways to work through injuries is kind of what we're seeing here. Winnipeg at Detroit. Detroit's minus 130. Since Hellebuck's been back, he started every game, Carlo, and he is 1-7 straight up.
I woke up this morning and I saw Winnipeg last place overall in the NHL. Like, that's tough.
It's terrible. Like they're getting no offense, and it's another team that's, they got some talent on that top line, but could you tell me the second line right now? You could tell me a group of players, but it's been such a mishmash of who's who playing on the second line. So I don't. Yeah. There's just nobody there. It's like the Penguins in terms of talent wise. Nothing pops out.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Line. It's a tough one. We're talking about the Jets, right?
Yeah.
Nyquist is playing on their top line. Right, their second line is Cole Perfetti, Nemestikov.
Is Nyquist on the top line right now?
That's what Daily Faceoff is showing. It's
I knew he came up for power play 1.
Yeah, it's Connor, Scheifele, and Nyquist, and then Perfetti, Nemestikov, Vilardi. I mean, you look at that. Minus Nyquist, those were players part of their top 6 last year, minus Nick Ehlers, right?
Yeah.
It's been really hard to understand what's going on in Winnipeg right now, but it's a shame.
No, exactly. Chromeostasis points it out there in the chat. Niederreiter, Nemestikov, Taves, Nyquist, Perfetti, no one is pulling their weight, and they all just kind of seem like the exact same player in terms of production so far. Vilardi got dumped a month ago. Attaboy, Tim. I'm on the ball. He's still pointing. He's still pointing though, which is interesting. Must be on the power play. But let's go Andrew Kopp for a point. Center 2. Patrick Kane is back, which does help that second line because I forget who was the other winger there while he was gone. I'm not was it Leonard? I think it was Leonard's brother. Which
for where? Leonard Detroit?
Yeah. Riley Leonard?
No, John Leonard.
John Leonard, thank you. Yeah. Was looking like have you seen like the talk about what people are saying? Like Mort Seider, people were talking about him for like MVP in Norris. You're like, okay, like he might be in a better tier than he was before, but he's not that. He's not Cale Makar. He's not Quinn Hughes. But yeah. Number 4 in points in D-men in December with 14 and 14. And a big angle here, Detroit power play, number 2 in December, 34%, facing Winnipeg's 31st penalty kill, sitting at 69%. So load up those power play points if you want, but maybe today, as Carlos said, isn't the best day to be power play point hunting if the whistles are put away. No thanks.
Yeah.
New Jersey. Ugh, another team that stinks. Columbus. Let's go. Denton Matejchuk has been paying the bills, plus 115 for a point. Going to go Columbus money line, minus 115. Put them together, you can get plus 200 over at Bet99, who I think does have the best multipliers in terms of player point, plus that guy's money line team. Tough to beat those pricing. New Jersey just shut out by an undermanned Toronto team 4-0 last night. Didn't watch, but Jake Allen likely. He's 2-5 straight up in December, sub 900 save percentage. Kind of a trade boost for Columbus, but not really, right? When it's just like guy gone, here's a guy and prospects, and Heinen cleared and he's in the AHL. Does that really boost the lineup? Hey, we lost a player.
No, I mean, not really. What's his name that got traded to Pittsburgh? Chinnikov wasn't even playing in Columbus's lineup, so it doesn't really boost.
He was in and out. They were trying.
I don't know. I think part of the deal was, if we're going to take Chinnikov, we're going to give you those 2 picks. You've got to take a salary for us. So I don't know if Heinen's actually a guy that's going to go into that Columbus lineup. They might be burying him in the minors, but we'll see.
I think Columbus is happy with their lineup right now, right? I think they have Sean Monahan was a late scratch last game. You had Cole Sillinger jump back up to that second line. So I do like Sillinger for a point. He's plus 150 for a point, but I want to make sure he gets on that second line, because if not, then he probably goes down to Olivier Coyle and Sillinger third line, which is a big difference in terms of production. Exactly. Thank you. Yep. Monahan, Sillinger and Coyle. Sillinger and Coyle has been fantastic, but because of the Monahan situation, now you have Sillinger up to line 2 and Coyle down to line 3. So that's the only issue. I love them, but we could mess it up. Jet Greaves, 4 goals allowed over his last 3 games, and we saw Columbus play back-to-back the other night and go to Jet Greaves on the second of a back-to-back. So they want to go all in. New Jersey, worst penalty kill in hockey since December, 58%. They're not a good team. I don't know. I see this as more in a neutral ice. Columbus is maybe a slight favorite or minus 110 pick. I don't see other minus 115, especially New Jersey
how about the comments that Sheldon Keefe made about New Jersey's players yesterday? Do you think, I think that,
hey, maybe we're in a world, I don't mean to cut you off, but maybe we're in a world where players don't fucking give a shit that their coaches say stuff in the media anymore. Because it's so prevalent, right? Like, where do you stand on that?
Maybe we're in a world where what the coaches preach doesn't exist in the players anymore.
Right?
Right. I mean, they want competitiveness. They want toughness. They want, guys that play with energy. We live in a world where guys are too comfortable with their positions because of their contracts, and they don't want to play like that every night.
Just low key Leafs hate. So it's seeming through. No, but that's where it is. Like, you just see, like you said, as a coach, you only get so many shots to fire before it doesn't resonate. And with the tough travel schedule and like teams playing to other levels, right? Like, it being so competitive, you can't just go out every night and shit on your team and expect them to rebound every night.
Yeah, I agree. But you got to understand the frustration and the anger with Sheldon Keefe yesterday going into Toronto, where the news of the day was they were playing nobody.
Nobody.
They had their best players out of the lineup, and their team just didn't show up emotionally.
Interesting. Yeah. I got no love for New Jersey. Maybe they come out strong, but I still think Jet Greaves is a guy who is scary.
Columbus, they've won 4 in a row. They're feeling good about 3 in a row. Sorry. They're feeling good about themselves right now. They're a good home team. Or at least they play better at home than they do on the road.
Good to see Adams Digest there in the chat. The Ice Ice, I wouldn't be surprised if it is Elvis, he said. It is interesting. I don't know why they wouldn't go Elvis on the second of a back-to-back. Is this an early game? I don't think it's a late game, but yeah, could see. We'll have to wait to see. I think if it is Jet Greaves, you might see that get a little shorter. Buffalo, Dallas minus 160, but Buffalo's won 9 straight. Carlo, 9 straight from Buffalo. How many of those games do you think they've been an underdog?
Probably all of them.
Just 2.
What? They've been favorites?
In 7 of the 9. Oh, sorry.
Wow.
Dog in just 3 of them. They've been a favorite in 6 of those 9.
Wow. Maybe Sabres are turning the corner. Maybe they're a likable team now for the books.
Everybody say losing Werenski going to catch up to him, though, eventually. Denton Matejchuk's a stud. Like, he's in that same vein of, like, have you been watching Zane Parekh?
Yeah.
Like, that same, like, Canada's breeding elite quarterback offensive players.
Yeah. Can you believe that Canada didn't take Parekh last year?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's been absolutely incredible. But I don't know if you've watched. Anton Frundel's been my favorite person to watch the entire playoffs, or the entire World Juniors. I don't know if you've seen a lot of them.
Yeah, I have. And I agree with you. He's been fun to watch.
That shot, you're just like, I think it was the German skater who blocked a shot and was down, and it was on his wing on the power play. I'm like, they're going to swing it back to him, and he's just going to unload. There is a good point that says Alex Lyon might not be here. Yeah, he was scratched. He's won 7 straight games himself. He's questionable with a lower body injury. If you're looking at time on ice, it's the Norris line was the only line at 5-on-5 that didn't play 10+ minutes in their last game. We go Quinn and McLeod for a point. There was no Benson market, but I'm happy just to go to these two. Quinn, 0.6 of his last 8. McLeod, 0.7 of his last 8. This combo, that's plus 350 today, has hit in 6 of the last 8 games. You get a middle line on the road versus Dallas, who isn't playing great hockey. They lost both their games coming out of the break, both in extra time, as a minus 350 favorite and minus 120 favorite. So Buffalo can certainly push. Wouldn't be surprised if there's some actual goals in that game. And then the late games here, which I have no place. St. Louis and Colorado. I have nothing here because it's just there's no value in Colorado anywhere at these prices, and I don't want to go anywhere with St. Louis, to be honest with you. Jordan Binnington, yes or no for Team Canada?
Yes.
Oh, starting.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. Hot takes.
Well, it's not
He's the worst goalie in hockey.
Okay, but hear me out here.
Yes, let's look at the 3 games or 4 games in the 4 nations.
Some of the speculation coming out of the Team Canada camp that's expected to name their roster today at 12 o'clock is there's going to be a lot of the same players from the 4 nations.
For sure. And that was the talk. Okay? That was the talk. Cooper said the exact same thing.
Right. So if Canada doesn't want to have an open mind to this roster and actually take guys that are more worthy of being there based on the seasons that they're having, clearly they're comfortable in the decisions of, hey, we had a good roster there. We won. Let's go with the same guys. So why would that change about the goaltending?
No, you're right. Hall's calling you out. You still saying nay to Sam Bennett for the Olympics? He sees a lock.
No, Sam Bennett's making the team. Yes.
No, so no surprises?
I think there's going to be, like, when we talk about surprises, there's probably going to be like 3 names that are different.
Celebrini
is one of them. Nick Suzuki's probably the other one.
Did you see the Fanatics thing?
I did, yeah.
Do you think that's real? Right? Like, that's a marketing.
I don't know. Like, again, we live in a world with AI, right? So do we?
No, that was a Fanatics website.
I know it was. But how would Fanatics know who the roster is before any of our insiders? Right? Team Canada isn't submitting a roster to Fanatics because they want to get jerseys made before they make the announcement.
That's their first call. Call.
It's like, oh, we gotta get our announcement to Fanatics.
Yeah, Dregs. No, let's call. Let's message Fanatics first and let them know so they can get production going.
Yeah, do I want to see different guys? Yeah, I think Zach Hyman should be on the team.
Yeah,
I think Tom Wilson should be on the team. I think Nick Suzuki should be. I think Mark Scheifele should be on the team. Now, Connor Bedard should be on the team, but he won't. It's just I want to see Matthew Schaefer on the team. I think Jacob Chikrin should be on the team.
Correct.
I just don't know how much desire they have for change.
Do you think that because of the IHF rules that, they still mimic him, but the 5-minute penalties are significant. Do you think that has a lot to do in terms of Cooper going maybe without Tom Wilson?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. They got Brad Marchand, though.
That's what I mean. And Sam Bennett, right?
So it's like, if you're making an argument for one guy, how are you not making it for the other guys?
I hear you.
No.
Jordan Binnington, yes. Starting, yes. You heard it here first from Carlo Koliakovo. Boston at Edmonton. I don't know. Edmonton's minus 200 here. Calvin Pickard's been playing well. We don't have a Matt Savoy or Podkolzing props, which I kind of like to play in these situations. Betting McDavid over 1.5 points since November 1st is 16-11 to the over. But just 2 points over his last 2 games. But home's always better, as I pointed out. He has 27 points at home over his last 11 home games since November 1st, including 6 straight to the over 1.5 points, which today is minus 125. No, thank you very much. He's 8-3 to the over on that prop. Philly, Calgary. Let's wrap things up. Philly with the big 6-3 win last night versus Thatcher Demko. Sam Urson probably likely today. He's 2-4 straight up. Sub 890 save percentage since December 1st. Sneaky one. Coleman is up to power play 1. He's been promoted. He's plus 640 for a power play point if you're looking for something greasy there to ring in the new year.
Wow.
I know. Nick is saying Coach hit a monster last night. What kind of monster are we talking about? I like monsters. Novak, Mantha, Brazeau. Oh, he didn't. Oh, my 2 favorite lines last night. Novak, Mantha, Brazeau. Ding, Cates. And that wasn't even a sweat, Nick. That was a 74-1 double triple stack.
Wow.
Yeah, wow, indeed. 74-1.
Whew.
That's sexy.
That's juicy.
That's very sexy. I like that. All right. Because it's Nick, I went for Bet99's boosted stack today. I'm going to go double triple stack in 2 different games, maybe. Try to get I might send it into Bet99. They might say,
2025 with a bang,
it's a little rich.
Hey, ending 2025 with a bang?
I know. Yeah, I'll look into something like that, something big. Maybe the late game.
You're crazy. I love you, but you're crazy.
You're crazy, man. All right, that's it. 10 games. Ran through the board. It's a long show, but we did what we did. We'll be back tomorrow at 10, and then Friday there. No days off on the NHL schedule on, I don't know, maybe the most overrated day out. Josh is an absolute juice pig when in terms of like turning days into something. Yeah, we should deserve to go out. Yeah. New Year's Eve isn't one of my favorites.
I hate it. It's the most overrated night of the year.
Do you host? Do you host something tonight?
Yeah, it's just with family. We order Chinese food. We play a bunch of board games. We watch movies.
What's your go-to Chinese dish?
I love the beef and broccoli.
Oh, beef and broccoli guy. Eh?
Yeah, beef and broccoli with some lo mein noodles. So good.
So good. I'm more of a Kung Pao Ji Ding kind of guy, if you know what I mean.
All right, let's rock.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Enjoy your New Year's. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. It's not worth it. Just get home safe. It's easy. You might have to wait a while to get a cab sometimes or an Uber. Means you could just go in and have another drink at your buddy's house. Yeah. That's what that means. Oh, it won't show up for 23 minutes. I got time for another one, Tom. Let's go. NHL Puck Props presented by Bet99. Let's have a Wednesday. Wrap up 2025 in good fashion. Appreciate all the pumpers all year. Back again tomorrow. We'll see you then. Lead us out, pal.
See you next year. Happy New Year, everybody. Ciao.
I'm the scat man.